Hi guys, this is Steph with Dotting My Dragons. Welcome in if you're new and welcome back if you're not. I do all sorts of diamond painting videos here and a little bit of other crafts, paint by numbers, and some, I do crochet as well. And I also do, or I'm starting to learn cross stitch. So stick around if that's something you're interested in. Today, what I want to share with you is something I'm really excited about. So Munimade is one of my favorite small shops in the diamond painting community. And M is the owner of it. And M and Jade and Shay from Crafting with Shay and Jade from Jaded Gem Shop, another small shop, decided to do an event recently. I think it was about a month ago. It just ended. It was for September, I believe, honoring the Kat Fedora artist, the Kat Fedora artist. She's a rather well-known and beloved artist in the diamond painting community. And inside here, I have some trays that she worked with M to develop the designs for, as well as some of her kits. Some of the kits will be new to some of us, and like me, and might be old school to you because some of them are restocks and one of them was a new release. So I want to open this up. She is, M from Munimade, is really responsive to customer service. I have worked on several of her canvases. My most recent finish from her was my kit by Kikawa for Drills and Chills month 1. Sorry about the shaking. 2025. It's like a Sally piece. I also realized this. So I submitted that for my Drills and Chills piece this year, and last year I worked on another one of M's kits for Drills and Chills. It was called, I believe, the Red Forest. It's a Femke Deborah Mermaid. It's very red. The forest is very autumn and is absolutely stunning kit. So these are not my first Munimade kits. In fact, my very first Munimade kit was a Kat Fedora that I'm going to be working on for the Jingle Drills event coming up for Christmas called Restful Earth. And I still have not worked on that. So here's some really cool papers. I love how the care that M puts into packing your stuff. So I just sort of save those for the craft bin because I have a kiddo who we homeschool, and he definitely uses all sorts of art supplies. So these are the kits. Now, the other thing is I did not buy these all at once. The funny part about this is I asked M, I said, hey, I'm gonna try to buy a couple other kits when they come in stock, or hey, I'm going to want those Kat Fedora trays. Those are special release trays. Would it be possible for you to just like hold on to those for me? And of course she said, sure. And so she just waited until everything came. Oh, this is cute. Oh my gosh, this is like, what is this? He's really heavy. So she usually puts like a cute something or other. This feels like a ball, but a ball. Of course, he's round, but yep. I can smell it. It smells very rubbery. This is cool. I bet he bounces. Hold on. I'm going to test this out right here because oh yeah, he's totally a ball. He's a bouncy ball. Oops. There he goes. So that's totally fun. So she usually puts like a little like special something or other in there, and my kid is going to love that. Something I ordered extra in one of my orders was this is a really cool Halloween bag because it's it's October. So anyway, I got Shroom Bloom. This is a washi tape by Cute But Weird, and I'm actually currently using another Cute But Weird washi with mushrooms on it for my mushroom canvas, and I kind of wonder, hold on a sec, this is looking familiar. Oh my gosh, it's looking familiar because it is. Now this is not a Muni canvas, but that's the washi. Okay, so I love it so much I bought it twice. That's okay. I've got a lot of mushroom foresty canvases. This is gonna work really good for. Okay, so that's kind kind of funny. Anyway, I love this washi tape because this is really high quality washi. Okay, so I did pick up another one of those. This is really cool. They've got like Halloween-y stickers. It's like I don't want to break those. And then 2 of the kits I bought the additional toolkit upgrades. So this will be kind of cool. I can show you how sometimes they differ. Now these you can choose as an extra add-on. I don't always choose it, but these, I've just learned over time, the smaller trays are my favorite. So we'll look at those in a minute. And one of these trays is a, and I'm thinking it's this one, is a tray that I bought on her custom listing like earlier this spring. And I didn't use it much, but there was something funny with the filament. And the filament didn't, it was like coming apart towards the back of the tray. So I hadn't really used that tray, so I just sent her a message with some pictures and showed her, and she said she'd get me a replacement out. And this looks like a beautiful replacement tray. Yeah, the last one had like some defects like here, but it was honestly shocking because I've received a lot of her trays before, and they don't, well, not a lot, but I've received plenty of her trays before and never had issues with it. So this is one of her special colorways. I can't remember what this one is called, like a lemonade or something. It's a color shift. It's a really pretty tray. My original tray did come with the stopper and the lid, which are both perfectly fine still, which is why I just got that tray. So that means that these 2 are going to be the event trays. So let me rip through and open this up like a total savage. Alright, so these are, oh my god. Whoa, that is so pretty. It's like shiny and smooth. How does she do that? Does she like put a lacquer or something on top of that? Paint Along 2025. Kat Fedora. I love how this has the lighter color filament so I can see it. And it's like a purple navy blue color shift. Ooh, that's gorgeous. I wasn't totally sure about it because some of the examples of this I saw were like, oh, I don't want just like a navy blue tray, but the purple and navy, that's really cool. It's very glittery and pretty. You could see one side is purple, one's navy. The inside of the tray is purple with black lines, and this is a new feature as well as these magnets for Muni's trays. Her older trays, oh my god, that's adorable. Her older trays don't have the magnets. They kind of like click in, and honestly I much prefer the magnets, so the shelf option's pretty cool too. But some people call it, what do they call it, the washi tape hack or something, where they would take like a normal tray without that and then just lay like a thing of washi tape. I tried that, but then all my drills just stuck on the washi, and it became annoying. So if a tray has it, it's fine, but I don't go seeking it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like life-changing for me or anything. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at that. It's blue, obviously. You guys can probably tell that. And wow, that's a really deep-sided wall. So these are, ooh, look at that. And it's purple. That's so cool. And then, well, I was thinking Munimade would have the number on here. Look at that. That's cool. It comes with a different stopper than the smaller tray. I'm trying to get this to focus. There you go. So the inside is a more lighter blue. Well, is it lighter blue? I don't think it's lighter blue. No. Oh, that's cool. So she does tell me, she told me occasionally, like, if you buy a couple of trays like this, like I got the mermaid trays from the mermaid event earlier this year, she does try to give you, if you order like two different colorways. So that's pretty cool that like the bigger one has the blue on the inside, and the smaller one she gave me like a purple. And yeah, they're both really pretty. I feel like you can see the color shift really well on them. They both have this beautiful purple back, and then the tray lids, this one's blue and this one's purple. That's really cool. I love that. I don't know what else to call this other than like a galaxy color. So yeah, these are really cool. She currently, as of me opening this, that is really cool. She currently has the pre-orders for these open for a little bit. She had to close them for a minute because she didn't want to get so behind. So if you want trays like this, get on the waiting list. So there's always that option there. Okay, so, oh, and I totally forgot. I did get this really sweet card from her. She puts your name on it. She handwrites it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for purchasing from Munimade. It's my wish that your order can bring you even just the slightest bit of joy and happiness today. Enjoy your new goodies. And I've talked to her through customer service so many times. I probably annoy the crap out of her. So M, thank you for dealing with me. I love your shop and I love your products and I love you too. So I can't remember which kit I got that I ordered this. One of these is a lilac tray and the other is fuchsia. So these are the upgraded tray options. I've never asked for a regular toolkit because I have tools I need. So in terms of what's in here, got a little baggie with more than enough of the, I know people call this wax, but it's like, I looked into it at one point. It's a silicone. This silicone, like typical diamond painting wax. You get, I just pushed it all in there, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you can tell how many like rings. Yeah, you can. There is so much freaking silicone special wax in there. It's crazy. These I usually save if I'm going to be giving away some diamond painting goodies, or like I diamond paint with a friend, I might bring something like this. So that's pretty nice. Then she gives you a little cover minder. This one's cute. It's a little chickie. I don't know if he glows in the dark though. And then it's taped shut here, and she gives her minders have really nice magnets on them. They're pretty darn strong. I know a lot of magnets this size, not very strong. It looks like I also got a 7-placer, a thin 7-placer in here. That's nice. I will definitely be using that. And then we get a nice set of metal tweezers. They're not super duper sharp, but I use these for all sorts of things. My kiddo uses them for crafting. None of this stuff goes to waste. And here's your typical diamond painting pen. Now the 3-placer on here is a little bit thicker than your 7-place standard. You're joking. Oh my God. She could not have known this. Of course she couldn't have known this. So I live in Florida. Okay, well wait. She knows that because she mails this stuff here. I'm sorry. She knows I live in Florida. It is adorable she gave me an alligator because I am a family of Floridians. We are not natives, but we love gators. I used to kayak. I haven't in a while, so that's why I say used to. And my son is affectionately called gator bait because he also loves alligators. Like when he's gone with me, you know, he has a healthy fear of them, but I just joke around because he says this is his spirit animal, okay, is an alligator. So, okay, hold up. She couldn't have known this. Actually, yes, she may have because she knows I live in Florida, right? Because she had to mail it here. So alligators are one of my favorite animals, and they are my son's, as he says, his spirit animal. This is adorable that she included this alligator washi tape. So while I do keep most of my washi from my canvases, and there is a canvas I have in mind that this would be absolutely perfect for, I might just give it to my son to use for something special. That is so cool. I didn't even know that they put alligators on washi tape. That is definitely super special to me. And then in here we have this really nice pen. And I don't mean like diamond painting pen. I mean like a writing pen. Let me see if I can, wait a sec. Oh, I thought she used, nope. This is a diamond painting pen, you guys. That's a single placer with nothing in it. Can I? Interesting. Oops. What is that? Huh, it's like clicky. Are we sure this isn't like an ink pen? Okay, that's sticky. Here I am breaking this beautiful pen. Yeah, no, it comes out. That's cool. I didn't break it. Wow, that's cool. And it's kind of hefty too. Like this little thing definitely has some weight to it. So that's really cool. That's a diamond painting pen. Oh my gosh. Okay, and this is the fuchsia tray. So this is one of their standard colors. It's a satin filament, standard design on the lid. We've got those magnets and the little shelf here, the lines. This is just really pretty and fun. So eventually I'd love to collect the rainbow, but this is really cute. And I don't have a tray anything like this color, so that's fun. Okay, so let me open the other one. I'm just briefly going to go through what's in here because you already sort of know what's in here. What did I do with that? How did I mess up this bag? It's not giving girth to the tray. Okay, let me just cut that then. All right, there we go. So here's the tray for this one. This was the lilac tray color. I did have quite a hard time deciding, and I love this size of her tray. It's Bijou Bliss, and these trays are my absolute favorites. And for comparison, here's a Bijou Bliss tray. This is an original, so you can see Bijou's a little bit bigger, but they're pretty comparable as far as like, I don't know, they just work so nicely together. So this is a really pretty color. And I do believe that I have unboxed some other Muni trays on my channel, so I'll link that below. But this is the lilac color, and this is the fuchsia color, in case you've never seen these colors before, because I hadn't. Alright, so what's in my bag here? We've got the same things as we had in the other bag. We've got another basic diamond painting pen with a little 3-placer. We've got a 7-placer thin multi-tip. We've got another one of those really special diamond painting pens. Now that's just a single placer because you're not gonna put a multi-placer on that, but that's cool. As you can see, a very nicely magnetized cover minder, very cute, and a nice pretty, I love the colors of these pens. And then we've got some more, or tweezers, and we've got some more wax. Okay, and then we've got our washi tapes. So, oh, that's really cute. It's like a bunch of animals, bears and bunnies, and maybe a dog back there that I can't see because his face is chopped off. But the bears and bunnies, oh, that's a panda, so I can see the top of his head. That's really cute. Okay, so these are the accessories. So let me move these out of the way so that I can show you the canvases, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Alrighty, so the first kit that I have here is actually Earth and Sky. This is a kit that I had seen on their website, and this was going to be my first order from her. However, it wasn't available. It had sold out. So I am a huge lover of elephants. I've actually was recently watching Shay from Crafting with Shay work on this one during the Kat Fedora event. So that's pretty cool. So what do we get here? We get that really nice plastic it's covered in. And then we've got this, oops, aw, I accidentally undid the bow, but it's an elastic bow with a really nice tag on it that gives you the information about the kit. So yeah, so this one's going to be really cool because it's one of those kits that I had wanted for a long time, and I was like, yeah, I should get it in this Kat Fedora event. And you can see some specials in here. We've got 1, 2, 3 ABs. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fairy dusts up to that navy blue. Wow, that is so cool. So look at that color palette. Okay, that is Earth and Sky. That looks gorgeous. I know that there's a lot of people out there who have gone through the whole kit and will be able to show you where all the specials are. It's just kind of my intention to kind of show you what you get when you order from a Munimade. You do get this nice, hey, check this out. This is how you're going to diamond paint. And then policies, it talks about returns, kit features. If you have any issues, contact M. like I said in the past, she's amazing. Here's our color sheet. It has 87 colors. Okay, so this one is no joke. We're a square diamond painting by Kat Fedora. We're a 60 centimeter by 59 centimeters, so it's almost a square, but not quite. And you can see here she does like to put all of her special drills in this sort of special looking background for this. Okay, so what I do is I will end up cutting out these. These are all pre-cut, but these are not. So I'll end up cutting this and putting it in my logbook. And that's that. Now for the canvas itself. So M has an amazing, I don't know where she gets, you know, who she works with, but this manufacturer is fantastic. The drill field, every time I've worked on her canvases, are always really clear. Very easy to see. The funny thing is, I'm totally a square diamond girly, like through and through to my core. That is my preference. But until this order, like seriously, all the kits that I liked from Uni were in rounds. And so I buy what I like regardless of the shape of the drill. But it was always like, oh, it's another round, it's another round, like, but I'll do it because I love it, you know? But then these fedoras, I think they all might be squares. So anyway, that's it's kind of funny to me that I've done the opposite, but I just love her stuff so much that it doesn't bother me. So look at the bright colors on this, you guys. I heard from, was it Kara, the principal painter? I think she mentioned she went to the crafters, what's it called? The Crafters Den retreat, or was it Crafters Paradise? And Muni apparently made an appearance there with this kit, and they called this like a sleeper kit. And I don't know why, honestly. I'd always wanted this kit, but this is incredible. Like, there's good amount of color blocking in here. The canvas itself it's not huge, it's not unmanageable. This would be very easy to bling this up. I really like the fact that a lot of it is outlined in that 310, so that's kind of fun because it's sort of a coloring book effect where you draw, you draw the lines and then you color in. And I love how this kit in particular, it's like a watercolory looking like splashed paint background. So let me see if I can zoom you in a little bit more on the details so you can see how freaking clear is that drill field. That is amazing. And here is the elephant's face. I mean, it's absolutely incredible, the amount of detail and how clear these symbols are. I absolutely love this. The glue quality, I'm going to zoom you back out now. The glue quality on these is also really good. I've never had an issue with the glue sticking. We are a poured glued canvas here. She's got her legend along the sides, and that feels really nice. And it's a really nice sort of short length felt backing. So that is Earth and Sky. I love that. That is so cool. So I think Shay did a whole bunch of blinging on this one, so it'd be really easy to do that. So I'm going to cut to the next canvas and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the next one I have, and this one isn't a super new release, but I do believe it released maybe earlier this year. So this one is also another square by Kat Fedora, and let's open this one up. This one was very popular when it came out, and I feel like there's more drills in here, so I'm gonna put that off to the side. Ooh, this one's called Book Club, by the way. That is so cute. So these drills are packed here, and I like this. I forgot to say this on our other canvas, but MMS 055, MMS 055, 2 out of 2, 1 out of 2. So you know that there's supposed to be 2 of these. Something that I failed to mention on my last kit is what I do to store these, because I store the canvases separate from the drills, is I take these wonderful elastic bands, and what I typically do is I put them around the drills and then I store them that way so that I have a tag with the identification of the drills on here, because it doesn't say the name specifically. As we can see, this is an absolute gorgeous color spread once again. So this is Book Club, yes, by Kat Fedora. And I can see a lot of the specials are in this one here. So I see I have a white AB, this lavender AB, and then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 specials. Again, that color, that navy, not navy, but that gray blue. I forget what you call that, like a steel blue color is ending our fairy dust. So that looks really cool. I would like to say that I am a huge reader, okay, because I love books. I love libraries. But if I were to be totally honest, after becoming a mom and then becoming a homeschool mom, I have to be totally honest with you. The books I get to read these days are like the kid books, the curriculum books, you know, which isn't to say we don't read good books, because now that my son is about 10, we're starting to read some more, you know, some more, I wouldn't call them adult books, but, you know, things like, well, we're reading Wizard of Oz, and we'll be reading Alice in Wonderland, and we've read so many different chapter books by different authors, and he's reading books, huge chapter books on his own. You know, it's amazing to me, but I get to enjoy a lot of that with him. So I'm not reading a ton of my own books these days. I usually get audiobooks, and I do like to read other books occasionally. Like last year I read, I think, 5 books, so here or there, but this is adorable. So this one is like, if you had a library that accepted art, I would totally do this for them, and then I would frame it, and it would go perfectly in their kids section, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but my library is, I've never asked them if they would take a diamond painting, but they have some really interesting decorations in there. But this would be like a really classy piece. Okay, so once again, I'm not going to go through that. We already kind of talked about this. Let's look at the sticker sheet for book club. Oh my god, look at that. It's so cute. The animals are even having tea. Just look at that. I love the watercolor effect in some of her pieces. That's incredible to me. So we've got 78 colors here. This, excuse me, is another square. It's a 60 centimeter by 77 centimeter. Excuse me. Jeez. So it's a little bit bigger. That like steel gray color was this one, the 318 ND. So I think that ND, I don't know what that specifically stands for, but everybody kind of has, and I say everybody by shops have their own way to call that mica covered pretty drill that the glitter doesn't get everywhere, which is a personal nightmare of mine, by the way. Glitter, it's a thing. So I'm gonna roll this canvas backward. It's poured glue, we can do that. I also just enjoy the plastic cover sheet on these canvases. It's not super thick, but it's not super thin like the super old Diamond Art Club canvases that would like tear if you looked at them different. Wow. Oh my god, this is so cool. I cannot zoom you out any further than this. I'm so sorry, but I will have links to these canvases. Wow, if pastels are your thing, this sky is going to be a good friend of yours. Oh my god, I love that. And then the trees are like having this arch and the beautiful sun in the background. Oh my gosh, and look at the bear. He's got little somethings in his eyes, little twinkles in his eyes. Let's see, that is symbol number 1. That is not a special, but it would be really easy to make that a special. Wow, that is so cool. Sorry for the bump. Wow, and once again, we have absolutely stellar clarity on our drill fields here with these. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Wow. Good mix of confetti and color blocking here. What do I mean by confetti? I kind of talked a little bit about that very briefly with the other canvas. Confetti is lots of color changes in a small space, so plants are usually like trees. That's usually a really good candidate for confetti, but even so, look, there's still like huge chunks of colors, and we have all these lines here but that just randomly here, randomly there. So this is very cool. This is definitely, you can tell it is hand rendered. And then chunks of color like we have here in the background and here, that's color blocking. So it just helps it go really smoothly. And wow, especially in this background. That's all one color, so that's definitely going to be color blocking heaven if that's your thing. And actually that, I didn't even try, I wasn't even looking for the specials, Shay unboxed most of these, if not all of them, and she goes through specifically all the details. I'll link her channel if I can find her videos below. But see, that is a fairy dust, or whatever they call them here. That symbol right here is all that white, really pretty mica powder drill. So that's going to be absolutely incredible. So this is, wow, this is so cool. Book Club by Kat Fedora. And it does, by the way, have socials for both Munimade and the artist down here, which I love that. So I always link the artist below, but yeah, so I will now go on to our last canvas and the most recent. Alrighty guys, so this is the one, this has been anticipated by me, I know, for quite a while. And I know quite a lot of other fans of Munimade and Kat Fedora have been itching for this one to be turned into a painting. Sorry about all the crinkles. This one is Imagine Unicorns by Kat Fedora. And as we can see, lovely matching bow. She does a lot of these scenes with some kind of female character, like reading a book with some windows in the background. This is not an uncommon like sort of environment for her to paint. This is the first one I've gotten like this before because, of course, we have that unicorn. So I'm really excited to see this one. I'm already seeing a lot of vibrant greens and beautiful foliage here. Here is our color palette. We do have quite a bit of that 310, but that's not a big deal. We tend to use that for outlining. So here's a good look at some of our specials. We've got this really cool burnt orange AB, and then it looks like we've got a, I don't know if you can see that, sort of like peachy pink AB and that green AB. And then we've got a bunch of fairy dusts. We've got a white, a green, a pink, another green, a yellow, and those two purples. So that's really, really pretty. Those will be really nice. M's rendering team, I mean, I don't know if M is the one that chooses the special drills and where they go, or if it's her team. I have no idea how any of that works because I'm just a big fan. But seriously, I love it. Keep going with the special drills, please. Keep going with the fairies. Keep adding the fairies and the ABs. I don't really like ABs myself. Like, I don't choose them, but if they're in there, I always end up appreciating them. So, paperwork. Once again, we got it. So this is what I will put in my logbook. And it's a square! I really lucked out. 61 centimeters by 60 centimeters. So all of these canvases are around the same size. And then we've got 9 specials, and they're all down here. This is an 80 color kit. So, let's take a look at this canvas, because this is one that might not have a ton of unboxings yet on YouTube. Wow, that is so cool. So this is hand rendered. I love the vibrancy of this going on. And it looks like, yep, this is going to have specials in it. It's the lantern. Love the bookshelf. Love the detail on the lady. Love the detail on the books. I mean, look at that. Like, you could even put words in there if you wanted to. And look at those blues and greens. I just, holy cow. Okay, did anybody else grow up with, I can't remember his first name, John Beagle's The Last Unicorn? So it was a book, and then it was made into a film. And the film is what I grew up on, and I just found out that there was, well, okay, I probably knew at some point it was based on a book, but I recently purchased the book, and I'm actually reading it with my son, so that's kind of cool. We're about halfway through it. So anyway, I grew up in that movie, so unicorns, yes. Even though, just as a little caveat, okay, for other parents and people who are maybe sensitive viewers, there is some weird stuff in that movie. Okay, like, check out the, what is that called? It's like a website that helps parents, guidings, ratings, not IMDb. If I remember what it's called, maybe I can put it in the comments, or somebody else, please, help me out here, because I'm totally blanking on this. But it's like a guide for parents to know about, like, okay, why is this rated R? Why is it rated PG-13? Why is it rated G? You know, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's a whole nother tirade I could go on and on about, but it's a good movie, but I grew up on it, and it definitely has some questionable, weird content. But anyway, so let's look at the unicorn's face. Wow, look at the eye. That's cool. And that symbol 1, that's interesting to me, because that 1, it looks like sort of a highlight of the unicorn's face, and it looks like it's a yellow color. And it is. It's number 165, so it's like a really pale yellow. It is interesting that there are greens and some mustard yellows and yellows in here. And I really like the sort of like rainbow effect of those greens turning into the peaches and that. So just remember that this is shading, okay? And this original art is like a very, it almost looks watercolorish. And then I love the cat. The cat's blue, okay? But I have seen so many of these cat fedoras turn out so well, even though I have yet to work on one of my cat fedoras, but I know this shop and have worked on her other pieces, and the renders always turn out beautifully. So I have no doubt in my mind that this, even though you might say, well, there's some, like, I don't really want the greens in this so much, you can always change it to how you want it. Remember, it is a square. Okay, so I wouldn't, because I think this is absolutely stunning. It looks amazing on the original artwork, and M's rendering team does a really good job on this. This unicorn has a lot of pastel vibes in it, in the tail and the mane and the face, and I think they did an absolute perfect job on this. So anyway, this is the last one that I have for you today. Thanks for sticking with me for through this long video. I don't have any plans to work on these relatively soon, because we're in the middle of drills and chills, and then there's jingle drills, and there's a canvas or two that I'm kind of holding out for, that I have in my stash, that I'm thinking I kind of feel like working on. So this year there was an event for Kat Fedora in September of 2025, and it was a really fun event, and I wasn't able to participate in it because I was so focused on my drills and chills canvases, but I did hang out in the group. The group is still around. If I can, I'll try to get you a link in the Facebook, to the Facebook group. That's where the event was held. And again, I'll link you to Crafting with Shay and Munimade's channel so you can check these out for yourself. If they're not in stock, and these things, they are very popular and they do tend to sell out. So what I would do here is I would get yourself on the waiting list, and when they come back in stock, I would jump on them, because Munimade's always getting like stock in, and putting it up on the website. But you know, if there's something you really want, keep an eye out for it. Subscribe to those emails so that you can get the email notification that they're back. All the ones that I've showed you from this video, as of time of this filming, which is mid-October, these are all currently still available. Some of them are out of stock currently, but they are not discontinued or archived. So when they come back, definitely consider giving them a run if this is sort of your bag. So anyway, if you liked what you saw today, please consider giving me a like. It's just a free way, a nice little thing to do to help the channel and let me know that you guys are digging the content. If you have any questions or things you want to say, or did you pick up these canvases? Like, are you a Kat Fedora fan? Did you get to participate in the event this year? Let me know in the comments below. I really love to hear it. I love engaging with you guys in the comments. It's so much fun to hear from you. Yeah, and if you like diamond painting, sometimes paint by numbers, sometimes maybe crochet. Haven't done that one in a while. And I'm going to try my very first cross-stitch conversion soon. Not cross-stitch conversion, I'm sorry. I'm going to try cross-stitching. Stick around, because I'm going to be doing month-end reviews from now on, and every once in a while, if I can, I'd like to try to do a dedicated post review, especially to something that, if you guys say you really would like to see it finished and how it turns out, I'm going to try to do those, but I will always include them in my month-end reviews. So I hope you guys have a good night and rest of your day, week, whatever you're on right now, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the next one. Bye!